We're on. Coach, congratulations. Big win today. Can you talk a little bit about the offense that this team has been on a run for like the past 4 games now? And yeah, like what's different from now compared to the start of the season?
I think for us and a lot of coaches, like we'll say, it starts at the defensive end. When we can get stops and get out and run, I think that's the key thing for us, and it has been like all seasons. We want to be a fast-paced team because of the age of our team, but also the athletes that we have. But I'm also happy about the way that we share the ball. We're doing a really good job of getting the ball from side to side, second and third sides. And, you know, Nards and Munga are doing a great job running the floor, and Jade's doing a much better job of kicking it ahead and playing out of like pace and transition. So I think there's a factor of our defense has improved and allowing us to get out and run, but it's also that chemistry, and we're more willing to give up the ball. What
flipped, like, compared to, I guess, like, coming off that game against Townsville, and then against Perth, like, we were up in the fourth quarter. Like, I think, like, from that game on, like, it's been totally, like, it looks like a completely different team. Like, is there anything that flipped over?
I guess there's been self-reflection from my behalf, like, as a coach, on how to get the best out of them. But it's also been, I'll give credit to the group, is we've had some tough practice sessions. After the Perth-Adelaide road trip where we didn't play that well, after Townsville where we capitulated, like, in the third quarter, is there was some self-reflection by all of us. And the girls came in to practice hard, and I think that they've really taken it on board about we need to be better. It's like too far into the season now that we can keep playing the same way, and I'll give them like credit for the way that they've come to work every day.
Last week you emphasized the importance of series wins as we go down the stretch of the season, and obviously like it's a big one here, getting a 2-1 split against Adelaide. Can you talk a little bit about the game today and like the matchup against Adelaide? You seem to have like, you know, a pretty good, like the team seems to have a pretty good feel matching up against
I think for each individual, as I said, like they're young and they're new to the league for a majority of them, and knowing that when you play somebody 2 and 3 times over, you start to get a feel of individual and personal scouts, and I think they're starting to like learn that and learn the different styles that each team plays, but also individual tendencies. And I thought like tonight we did a great job within our scout, and the girls did a great job of individual matchups of forcing people into things that they didn't want to do.
Abby obviously came in last night. Can you talk a little bit about her performance today?
We sent out the SOS. She rejected a couple of times, and here she is. I think Graffy, I think she couldn't say no to Graffy. I was just like the little chihuahua in the background.
No, I said no to Graffy a few times too. She just kept going.
But, you know, it's obviously like special for this round, but also it just speaks to like Abby's character to be retired, not played, and want to come and help out the club. She's had a great career, and obviously it would have been like easy for her to turn around and like say no. So super grateful, and I know I've got 12 other players that are really happy like that she's here and really enjoying having her around, even though it's been like a day. But yeah, just super grateful for what she's given up, like her time and Zala's time, to be able to come to Canberra.
Just on that, guys, obviously last minute without getting him last night, it's obviously gelled so quickly, like hugs and smiles around. She's first off the bench as always with the team celebrations. Can you just talk about, as a coach and as a player, how that's managed to gel so quickly?
As again, I think it speaks to the character of Abby. She's come in with the mindset just to help out, and as I said, like the girls are super excited that we've got legitimately a Hall of Famer like coming back to help, and they know and understand what Abby can bring, and they were super excited about welcoming her back into the team. So yeah, like as I said, I just think everyone's excited, from fans, players, coaching staff, to be able someone of Abby's caliber come in like short-term notice. And come in last night and practice today and like get straight back into it. It just shows she's an ultimate pro. And that's what I said to her over the phone, is she doesn't forget how to play. Is like her fitness and conditioning might be a little bit down, but her basketball IQ, her strength, her being able to like pass the ball, see the floor, is something that we need.
Abby, can you talk a little bit about the game tonight? How did you feel out there?
Yeah, honestly, I was a little bit nervous just because my fitness isn't so great, but it was just great to get out there and run around. And once you get out there and run around, that kind of, the nerves go and you realise it's, you know, you're not that bad. But yeah, no, the group of girls are awesome. It was really fun to get out there and play with all of them. And yeah, huge win for us, obviously. But yeah, like Lil was saying, just good to be able to get around each other and straight away. I don't think, you don't need time to gel. It's basketball, it's the team. And yeah, they're happy that I'm here, and I'm also really happy to be here as well.
Bit of a storybook start for you, hitting that buzzer beater in the first quarter.
Shame.
Probably like the loudest cheers like we've had all season.
Yeah, no, I know. That was just a chuck up and it went in. Lucky. Nah. Yeah, no, that was good.
Haven't lost a touch. Haven't lost a touch.
Yeah.
That's what you're
That was
saying.
that shooting this morning.
Haven't lost my touch.
Nah, all fun and games, and I'm joking about it. But it is really great to be back, and I think for me, like God says, to help out, but I wouldn't have done this to any other team. Like, I wouldn't have come and helped out any other team. It's Canberra. It's been home for me for many, many years. I've got so many great friends here, so many great memories. So yeah, one last trip down memory lane.
Speaking of trip down memory lane, 3 games against your previous clubs in Southside.
Townsville, Adelaide.
Yeah. Can you just have a quick word about essentially like your journey through the WNBL and what this, like, I guess it's kind of like a retirement tour, a chance for everyone to say their thanks to you.
Yeah, it is, but that's definitely not why I did it at all.
Yeah.
I was happily retired.
Semi-retired.
Yeah, yeah. So, but Canberra means a lot to me. I started my career here. Gruffy signed me when I was 17, straight out of the institute. Jado! She's a character. She's hilarious. And obviously, won 3 championships, have some special mates here. And so to come back to Canberra, where some of my funnest years of basketball early on, it's been really cool.
And coming back on retro rounds.
Yeah, how fitting. Yeah.
How was it? You say it's like coming home to have so many familiar faces here in Barb and Tracy.
Yeah.
Vivi and all that. So how was that to see so many familiar faces still?
Oh, amazing. I mean, it's the bloody same security guard from 20 years ago. I was like, excuse me? What are you doing here? He goes, I called Mary, which is the other one from 20 years ago. No, it's I was like, what the hell?
Till they're back.
Yeah. So funny. So lovely to see all my friends and close friends especially out, and then seeing Barb, obviously she's done so much for the club. It's just so nice. It was really great, and then to win, obviously that's what I'm here for. We want to win games, as everyone does, but it's pretty special.
And when you ran out, it was quite a big round of applause to welcome you back. What do you have to say to all the fans that kind of came in and helped you guys bring the energy tonight?
No, they were massive. They were really huge, and we heard them a lot. And just I guess thank you. Thanks for coming out and showing up. And they're the 6th man, and we need them every game. So very important and huge thank you.
Abby, I know you've been only around the group for, I guess, less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
But what do you see with this group? Like, how do you feel about the players in this team at the moment?
Okay, my first thoughts are like real high energy, go-getters, really good people. I mean, like I said, I haven't been here long, but they've welcomed me. They've, it just feels like I've been here for a while. I wasn't. I don't know, I just came right in and slid right in, and they've all, Bisho, and, straight away call me Bisho, and which is awesome. Like, I mean, I could be the mother of some of these kids. Like, no shit, I'm 10 years older than the oldest in the team before I arrived. Like, that's crazy. So, high energy team, but I think good characters, just fun to be around already.
Gauze, looking ahead a little bit. You got a road game against Townsville next week. Obviously, they're a top 3 team in the comp. We had a bit of a bad showing the last time we played in Townsville. What kind of adjustments are we making heading into that game? And how do you feel about obviously we're in a much better state now, winning 3 straight games.
Yeah, I thought that it probably wasn't. We had a capitulation in the 3rd quarter against them. I thought at halftime, the last time we played them, it was an 8-point game, and we'd missed some shots. So we've got some things we've got to tidy up, and obviously I'll get onto that tonight and tomorrow. But celebrate like this. But obviously, we're going in against the second team that's hot. Played a lot of games at home. Brought in near coffee. They're always tough at home, and they're a championship caliber team with who they have there. So it's a great test for us coming off the back of these wins to go and test ourselves against legitimately one of the top 4 teams. That's where we want to aspire to be.
Going into that game against Townsville, you would have had like a bit more time with Abby integrating her into the offense. Will she play a bigger role in that game, or is it?
It's more so probably not integrating her into the offense. It's making her run the stairs to get fit. She'll be up and down the arena stairs. Starting tonight after recovery. Yeah, facts.
That's hilarious.
No, yeah, obviously we'll get a couple of practices with Bish to get her up to speed with our offenses and some of our defensive schemes. And like as I said, is like she knows how to play the game. So it's literally just bringing her up to speed with some of our sets that we've got to get, because she just rolled in. I literally talked her through 3 plays to like today, but as I said, like I just want her to play basketball because that's what she like does best. So it's we'll incorporate her into like some things like this week, but it's like the same because she's fitted in so seamlessly because of her basketball IQ and her experience.
You shared the court with Nards at Southside, obviously. Can you share a few thoughts on her development over the past few seasons and how well she played tonight? I think it was a career high.
I asked her, and she was like, "Oh, I didn't play at Southside, so it must be a career high." And I was like, "Awesome!" It's really great to see, because, like I just said, she really didn't play much at Southside. So to see her come here and develop so much already under Goriss, and she also just looks like she's really enjoying herself and got a lot of confidence, which so she should. But yeah, super happy to see that. I think it's great, and I think that she's got the world in front of her. She's going to be, she's great, but she's going to be,
And Goss, just a few words on kind of building that confidence for Nards.
Yeah, I think right from the very get-go when I recruited her here, I told her I was going to coach her hard. And I was going to hold her accountable, but I'd also be her biggest supporter and have her back. And I'm just like glad for her, because to me, she's putting in the work. Like there is like no doubt she's turning up. She wants to be better. She wants this opportunity, and that's like showing obviously in her numbers, but also like how she's playing. To me, at both ends of the floor. And what I like is, even though maybe not like tonight, but she's been doing a great job of getting on the glass as well of like late. But I told her like right from the very start of the season, she needs to be one of the best two-way players like in the league, and I think that she's like continuing to blossom, and for someone still so young.
Was there a bit more of a pop from Nards tonight, given that Coach Carl was on the sidelines today?
Maybe it is. Maybe he has to come back more often. Like I don't know, but I think she's been consistent. I think she's been continually like to get better and better, and maybe it was. So have to ask Nards that. If not, he can travel with us to Townsville.
Goss, both DPs getting on the floor tonight. How nice is it to see after all the hard work they put in for them to get those wins?
Yeah, everyone deserves that opportunity, especially obviously like with the scoreline like what it is. But Claudia has been with us right from the very start. Nikki came in a little bit late, but Claudia, to her credit, comes to everything. She's like at every practice, every weight session, does every individual, turns up and works just as much as like whatever everyone else does. So grateful that the rest of the team got us like a lead to be able to give them the opportunity to play those WNBL minutes, because it's important, and as you said, like they deserve minutes just as much as everyone else because they do the work. Thank you.
Done.
Thank you.
Thanks to you both.